Melissa Love is our speaker. She is the founder of a company called Everybody Up. Getting nervous yet? Everybody Up. She's going to be talking about how to keep breathing while talking to strangers, and those two things, if you're able to do that at the same time, those are always, that's good. Breathing and talking. Melissa is the founder of Everybody Up. She has over 20 years of pedal-to-the-floor experience working with companies nationwide, from multinational computer companies, snack food manufacturers, casino resort destinations, secondary education institutions, international helicopter engine manufacturers. Wow. Figuring out a way to get things done, work around obstacles, and find opportunities for growth for her clients and employees has been her lifelong mission, and sticky client situations are her specialty, because working the front lines with clients has prepared her to bob, weave, and hit any problem head on. She now combines these skills with improvisation tools to help businesses increase productivity through team building, employee empowerment, and employee engagement programs, or to simply persuade her family to do what she wants. Melissa Love.
I am so flipping excited to be here. It was interesting. I don't normally get nervous when I speak, but I'm a little bit rattled by just how wonderful y'all look. And I love that everybody is super comfortable in their comfortable clothes, because I will have you up doing a little speed networking and building bridges and creating a community, because this is a stressful time. You're looking for a job, you're looking to change a job, you're looking to make some money. So I understand that this is a stressful time. I've been there. I know how desperate it can seem at times. So, but when we move over here, that's why we have this big open space. When we move over there, I'm going to be with you every step of the way, and it's low pressure exercises. So don't fret, please. So, where's my little pointer here? Try not to have my head in the way and still see some of my notes. I don't know if that's going to work. But anyway, so just to make for sure that you're in the right place, so today we'll talk about how to strike up conversations with complete strangers, the questions to ask, and how to get out of a conversation without saying I have to pee, which is my go-to. I still use it. And how to book a one-on-one, and then how to protect yourself from those people that just want to sell, right? Oh, I hear some people that have been there, right? So my name is Melissa Love, and yes, I do applied improv. It's taking improv and the techniques of improv and helping people build communities within their organizations or within their companies, so you have a very supportive network of people that you work with. I worked the front lines for many, many years, and working with clients that are assholes are extremely difficult. And picking up that next phone call, you need to know that the people around you support you and sometimes love you, but you're in this together, right? So that's why I have a really, sorry if that word offended anybody, I don't mean to offend, I bring my real self to things, because I'm all about being authentic, and if I'm not being authentic, then I'm breaking my brand. I don't want to ever do that. So from the moment, how does Grandma look up there, a little pixelated? From the moment that we are able to talk and walk, we're started to be told how to behave, right? So we put these masks up, and, you know, hey, we're going to Grandma's house, make sure you mind your manners. Well, do I normally not mind my manners? Maybe not. Maybe I needed that reminder as a 2 or 3 or 4-year-old, right? Or, Bob, you got this big presentation next week. Don't screw it up. It's a big client, right? So we put on these masks because we're told to be something that we're not. And we put up these masks also to start protecting ourselves. of people that want to judge us, right? So I put this mask on because I don't want to look dumb. I put this mask on because I want to look smarter, right? So I really, really welcome you to remove your mask today with me, because I'm going to bring my authentic self, and I don't want to know anybody besides the real you. So we will be doing some applied improv, which is why I've moved a lot of the chairs over here, and it's a big group, so we might even move more chairs so we can move about. I'm with you every step of the way. I will support you in this. You're not in this alone. Very low pressure exercises, all right? It's about building a community. So, and I learn by doing, so that's why I like to do an interactive workshop. So, in networking arenas, well, here's our guy, right? So he just wants to hold court. And in networking, I think it's really important to be interesting, but also interested, you know? So many people get that opportunity to talk, and they just talk about themselves, and they have diarrhea of the mouth when they talk about, if it's a salesperson, they just want to talk about their sales and their features and their benefits. And when I talk to you, I really want to know what's in your heart. I want to know what you're passionate about. I can go to your LinkedIn page, or if you're a salesperson, I can go to your company page and learn all your tricks and your wonderful, SaaS technical stuff. I can do that, but I want to know what's in here, because that's what's going to stick with me as an individual. Because even though we live in this time of amazing technology that provides amazing convenience, it's still the humans that push the buttons. And I really want to make for sure that we're keeping an eye on the humanity that is needed to push those buttons, right? So, also, yeah. So, who showed up today and thought about me? Not a single person. Yeah, thought about me, Melissa Love. You did? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Well, that was 3 people out of an entire audience, because you were mostly probably thinking about you. And guess what? I want you to remind yourself of that when you're going to these networking groups, because most of the people, you don't have a bio or something to look at prior to. Sometimes it is good to do that, but you're more concerned with how I look, how I'm going to, who I'm going to meet, what I'm going to say. They're more concerned with this than they ever are about you. That's the truth of the matter. So remind yourself of that probably ain't nobody thinking about you. They're thinking about themselves, right? So let's keep that in mind. Who's walked into a networking meeting and it's been like this? Like, am I in the right place? Is this a board of directors meeting? This looks very serious. And sometimes it's super quiet. However, you can walk into this and it can also be intimidating. Everybody's already up in their 3 or 2-person conversations, and there's a roar of conversation happening. You're like, I'm here to meet somebody. How am I going to break into these conversations? Right? So, a couple tips on that. Arrive early. So as soon as somebody walks in, that's your person. But here's a couple other tips. I want you to find the loner, okay? The person that is maybe texting, shame on them, they're in a networking meeting, you really should have your device put away. And I want you also to have your opening line in question. Super simple, steal mine. Hi, my name is Melissa Love, is this your first time here? Super simple, do not overthink it. Please don't overthink it. Hi, my name is Melissa Love, have you ever been here before? This is my first time. That's it, super simple, don't overthink. And I heard you all talking about elevator speeches. We thought that elevator speeches were just for the sales folks. They're for you, because you all have a personal brand. So I welcome you to really, really work on that, because if you are afraid of speaking with other people, and this is either public speaking or just one-on-one and networking is difficult, you need to have that elevator speech memorized frontwards and backwards. So you don't have to worry about remembering that, and instead you're remembering to make a personal connection with somebody. So you have your elevator speech locked and loaded, all right? So, also, I like to keep it small. If you go to these networking meetings, and sometimes they'll have people pop up and say what you're about, your name, what you do for a living, why you're here. So it's either like 20 seconds, depending on the size of the group. It could be up to a minute. I like to keep mine to 20 to 30 seconds. But again, I want you to talk about the passions. Because you're going to, if you're in a networking group, you're hearing all these people pop up and say different things about themselves. But if you share something that you really care about, that's something I'm going to remember. You know, it's not what we say, it's how we made people feel in that moment, and there's truth to that, right? And you know, what are your unique qualities? What sets you apart? Is it you have 50 years of experience, or that you're super passionate about your grandkids, or whatever it is. And then who your target audience is. Who are those people that you want to meet? Is it that you want to meet somebody at Dell, or you want to meet a specific titled person? Or if you want to get into a specific industry, the types of people that you want to meet there, have that target audience really identified. And it could change depending on the networking group that you're in. So a couple other ways to build your elevator speech, and I will be giving a link at the end of networking tips, so if you aren't taking notes, that's fine. You can download it free on my website. So what is your area of expertise? What are your niche? What types of opportunities you're targeting? How you add value to the organization? It's sort of interviewee type question, but I add value because I'm super approachable. Whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. Why an employer should hire you. Again, this is sort of interviewing. They should hire me because I know everything there is to know about tech. I don't know anything about tech, so I don't even know what to add there. And what do you want from the listener? What do you want from them? Do you know anybody that works at a casino industry that you could introduce me to? Do you know somebody that works there? So I wrote, I'm not looking for a job, but here's what mine could possibly look like. So my name is Melissa Love. I do not have this memorized. I'm currently looking for a marketing position in a casino resort property. So now I know what position and what kind of company I want to work for. After working on the ad agency side for over 20 years with clients like Choctaw, Venetian, Hard Rock, Trump Entertainment, I'm name dropping. Trump Entertainment is just a part of my past, not a political affiliation. I don't know where you stand on that. I'm just saying that. I don't want to offend. I went to apply my experience to the client side. Do you have any contacts that I might reach out to and network with? So I'm not asking for a job. I'm asking you to helpfully make an introduction for me. And when you might, if you haven't worked in the marketing and advertising industry, you might not know what ad agency side means. But if I am in marketing arenas, they will know what that means, right? Super simple. It's a little long, but it's the best I can come up with and try to put all those nuggets of things in it. So this is me today. My name is Melissa Love. I'm the founder of a company called Everybody Up. And yes, I help businesses increase productivity through team building and employee engagement programs. And the thing that sets me aside is the tool I use is improv. So let's see. So I want to move to, so now you have found your loaner, you're getting ready to walk up to them, and you have your opening line and question locked and loaded, and you have your elevator speech completely memorized. It's muscle memory, all right? But you're like, if you're like me, I worry about those pregnant pauses. What am I going to say next, right? So I want you to make these conversations super short, all right? They're there to network, you're there to network. Getting to know one person is not enough in a networking arena, okay? I don't want you to spray your business card everywhere, but I want you to make more than one connection. And you want to give other people the opportunity, because I have one friend of mine, love her to death, but she'll find one person, make a connection. She's like, okay, great, I'm here, I've made my one connection. I'm just going to have a stimulating conversation with that person. That's okay, but allow yourself to step out of your comfort zone even more and go meet more people, because you did it and you're still breathing. You didn't have a heart attack, as difficult as this might be. So I want you to focus on the one thing that I've tried recently is, instead of asking, hey, what do you do? What do you love to do? What do you love to do? It immediately makes the person you're talking to smile, because it immediately shifts their thinking, and now they're like, oh, I can talk about fun things, right? And again, I'm going to get at their passions and their motivations that much quicker, and I'm going to make a human connection with them that much quicker as well. So obviously occupation, you'll get there, but start with that, what do you love to do question. I think it just opens up the realm of possibilities that much more. Recreation, hey, when you're not selling real estate, what do you love to do? What are you doing on the weekends, right? Do you have family here? Are you spend your time at the softball arena? Field? Arena. That's what I don't know sports. I don't know tech, all right? You're seeing my inadequacies, all right? That's all right. So, and then if you've asked the right type of questions, you're already going to uncover their motivation, the whys of what they do and why they do it, right? So, but then again, this is a short conversation. So I want you to take a moment. This is going to be our first interactive experience, and I want you to find somebody in the room that you do not know or you don't email very often, and I want you to find two things in common with them by doing the following. You're not going to tell stories. You're not going to have a deep conversation. You're just going to go back and forth with one another, and you're going to say things about yourself, positive things about yourself, to reveal two things in common. Something like this. I love to eat pizza. I'm a mom. So if she's a mom, or if he's a dad, that could be your thing in common. That's simple. I love vodka. I love cranberry and vodka. This makes me really uncomfortable. It's super simple. So I want you to find one person. So stand up, find that person. You're going to have 20 seconds to find the person that you don't know and find two things in common. And then you're going to have 2 minutes to find that something in common. To go a little deeper. Awesome. Awesome. Carrie, was that easy? Super easy, right? You just did it right like that. What are your two things in common?
So we're both parents.
Awesome.
And we both know what Austin like in 1979.
Awesome. Clinton, did you find two things in common with Chris?
Oh yes, we're both fathers.
Both fathers.
We both like to bowl.
Like to bowl. Okay, God. Awesome. I love that. Fantastic. There's something you have in common. Bowling and fatherhood is a huge thing. The world is your oyster for the things that you have in common now and what you can talk about. Yes, sir. Pancho, what did you find in common?
We both like soccer, but we like opposite teams.
You like soccer, but opposite teams. That might be a fun beer drinking experience for you all. Absolutely. Cool. Anybody else want to share what you found in common? Yes.
We discovered we both like history and genealogy.
Awesome.
We both love birds.
I love that. See, and it had nothing to do with your job, your past, your career, or anything else. But that's the foundation of humanity, finding these things that we're passionate about. You can take a seat, everybody. Finding these little nuggets of things that inspire us, right, and bring us joy. And then you build from there. Because sometimes, maybe Karen isn't? Karen doesn't know exactly who to connect you with on first contact, but the more she knows about you, she's going to be thinking about you when she's in other conversations, right? And that's the foundation, because networking is not an overnight sport, right? It's because humans are selfish and complex. Networking, doors don't open immediately. So it's sort of a long game that we're playing with networking, right? So it's building those relationships. So what are some other reasons you want to always be networking? Anybody? Why should you always be networking? Whether you have a job or you don't have a job, why you should always be networking? Yes, ma'am.
Well, for me, I think it's because there's always commonalities with people, and sometimes I find some way I can help somebody, and eventually they might find ways they can help me.
Right, absolutely, yeah. I wasted many, many years at actually having a position in a company by not internal networking. Because even when you're within a company, you have to let people know what your passions are so you can get put on the amazing projects that might inspire you or get you to a higher position, right? Even within organizations, maybe you're involved with a non-for-profit. If you're not letting those people know what your passions are and what your skills are and where you want to be in life, it's a lost opportunity. I lost many, many opportunities by not letting people know what I wanted. And the more you talk to people, the more you're going to know about them, and you're going to also be able to refer them. And they're going to think about you the next time you're like, wow, she helped me get that job. He helped, he wrote that email for me and opened that door. So they're going to think about you when you're in need. You're like, I just got laid off. Oh my God, who do you call first? The people in your network, right? Your close friends and family. And the bigger your network is, the better off it's going to be. I've gotten very few jobs because of applying online. It's about my network and how I got jobs. And sometimes people came looking for you and created positions for me. And I had that happen one time. I was able to step into a position that was custom made for Melissa Love. So awesome. So awesome to have that kind of opportunity. And then also just making referrals. So asking for the one-on-one. Do y'all know what I mean by asking for a one-on-one? Or what a one-on-one meeting is? It's just a one-on-one conversation with somebody over coffee, over lunch, whatever. So, however, I also want to protect you from those people that want to sell. And there's a couple tricks to this. So you're having a conversation with somebody in the networking arena, and instead of saying, I have to pee, to get out of the conversation and go meet other people, which is my go-to, still is sometimes. Also, you know what? You were very interesting. I'd love to have a one-on-one with you. Would you be open to that? And that's the first time I'll pull out my device, because then let's book it right then. And that's, so the two things, you're able to ask for a one-on-one, and then you're also able to end the conversation and go on. If you did not find that person interesting, just thank them for their time and turn and leave. That's it. Just thank you so much. I'm going to let you go network. Bye. And just turn and leave. Don't be held hostage, right? So you have this one-on-one conversation, or you have a one-on-one meeting, you've made it, and you'll both show up on time, luckily, and I'm going to tell you a story about a name, let's call him Stuart. And he was part of an organization that I was a member of, and I asked him for a one-on-one meeting. We both arrived on time. I sat there for 2.5 hours and listened to him talk about himself, about his history within all these amazing companies. And he wasn't even trying to sell me. His own insecurity showed in that meeting because he was trying to wow me with all the amazing things that he's done. Don't try to wow. Be a person. I learned about his wife, his kids, his dogs, all the amazing places that he'd lived, why he loves what he does. And at several times during the conversation, I could relate to many things that he said, and I wanted to interject and say, oh, I have experience with that too, and add my little tidbit. Pushed me to the side verbally and said, oh, well, I'll get to that later. Literally said those words to me. We can talk about that later. I wanted to finish up my story. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Literally said that. He probably said that 10 times within 2 hours. So, moral of that story is one of my other businesses is a print broker, and I have a lot of opportunities to send business his way, but I do not. He's a nice guy, but I don't want my clients or me to continue to feel like I have to work with somebody that's selfish. I'm not going to do it, and I'm not going to send business his way. Just not going to do it. So he realized his mistake hours later, and he wrote me an email. He says, oh, I'm so sorry. Because what he realized is he left that meeting not knowing anything about Melissa Jane Love. Nothing about me. And he realized his mistake, and he said, hey, I'd like to meet with you again and have you tell me about yourself. I said, sure. I'm super polite. Even though I'm not afraid to do public speaking, and I'm not an introvert, but I'm always polite. Mom told me I have to always be polite. So I said, sure. He canceled. Yeah. Here's a way to protect yourself. I have hey, oh my God, I'm so excited that we were able to find some time to meet. As soon as you walk in the door, you're saying this. I have a hard out, and make it 50 minutes, 60 minutes top, giving you, like that 10-minute buffer to get to your next meeting. These were in the days when I booked like 11 networking meetings in one day. So I was definitely late for my next one, and I was all sweaty trying to get there. So say that you have a hard stop at a specific time, and that will protect your time, because all we got is time. We don't have unlimited amounts of time. Maybe somebody in the room has unlimited amounts of money, not me. But our time is a huge resource that we need to protect. Another thing is somebody comes up to you and they ask you, hey, I'd love to do a one-on-one with you. You're like, oh, great, I'm always looking to expand my network. What do you want to talk about? This might put people on the defensive, but I don't care. Because you're going to know the way they answer that question, whether they want to sell you or they're looking to expand their network as well. So I immediately tell them why I want to do a one-on-one. I love to expand my network. That's why I have one-on-ones. What's your mission? What's your prerogative? What's your objective? And the way they answer that question is, I'd love to do a one-on-one. If you feel that they just want to sell, then I want you to say this, hey, let's do a video call. Would you be open to that? And before that meeting, would it be all right if my LinkedIn connections are open, so if there's anybody there that you want me to introduce you to, please let me know, and I'll do the same. So come to that meeting with a list of people that you want to meet, and I'll do the same. I love meetings with agendas. It starts to create an agenda for the meeting, instead of it just being all over the place, right? Meaningful conversations with people. Awesome. So, I'd like to get you to know better, get your contact information. Do this. Has anybody ever done this to find your why? A lot of times you're in a networking meeting and you're like, oh, are you on LinkedIn? And they say yes. And you're like, okay, great, I'll find you. Don't do that. Let's do this right now. Because this is about building networks. So, I want you to hop open your LinkedIn app. And I want you to click the little people icon at the bottom. And then I want you to click the Find Nearby at the top. People should start popping up into my screen. Yep, boom, 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 boom. Boom, there's Carla. So go to the little people icon at the bottom. And go to the Find Nearby at the top. So if you're actually having a conversation with somebody, it's very rarely that anybody else will be on it at this time. If you're having a conversation with somebody, hey, let's just find something for each other on LinkedIn. And you go to this little people app, you go there, and then they'll be the only person showing, boom, your LinkedIn. You're connected now. Super simple. All right? It's a little trick that I actually do on. So, I have until like maybe 19 more minutes, is that right?
No, you can go till quarter till.
Okay, cool, awesome. So, like I said, I would not be doing you all injustice if I didn't give you the opportunity to start to build a community here today. So, and start to network, and I want to encourage you all to step out of your comfort zone. So there's a couple things. Who in this room reacts, adapts, or communicates? Anybody in this room? Anybody in this room communicate?
No, never.
All small hands for anybody that doesn't communicate. Do you ever react to anything? Yes.
I'm a rock.
And do we ever have to adapt? So we didn't turn on the turn signal on the way, right? You had to adapt. Guess what? That's improvising. That's all it is. It's in the moment, right? That's all it is. So, a couple guidelines. There are no rules. You cannot break improv. You cannot do it. I dare you to be dull. I do not want you to entertain me here. This is not Saturday Night Live. I want you to make a connection with each other, and when you are in groups of like little partners, I want you to make your partner look and feel like an absolute genius. Because this is about support supporting one another. Be more brave and impressive. Again, I want you to step out of your comfort zone. I know that that's going to be, I know I'm asking people to do that today. And when in doubt, I want you to have fun. All right? We need a little levity in our lives.